And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. Today is Friday, October 10th, 2025. I'm your host, St. Nick, and we got a great show for y'all today. Alrighty, well, week 6 in the NFL kicked off last night, Thursday night football, Eagles at Giants, and oh boy, somebody better get Big Dom. Where is Big Dom? Was Big Dom on the sideline last night? I don't think I've seen Big Dom in a few weeks, and this team is starting to fall apart. They need to get Dom back quick. This Eagles team is slowly sliding into what we saw 2 years ago, where once again they were all winning, and then they lost the last 8 games and kind of crapped out for the rest of the season. Last year, they were winning at the end of the year. Nobody could beat them. So this season, they win, they start to lose. Do they go up or do they go down? They need Big Dom on the sideline to calm everybody down. A lot of big personalities on that team. Not a lot of fun going on. A lot of, I think it's a little hostile, I would say. Where we look at the Giants last night, I mean, everyone's having fun, high-fiving, ripping their shirts off. We got Scatabo. He has finally arrived. Look, and I gotta give him credit. Look, you know I stand for the running backs. Love a good running back in Cam Scatabo. God dang, as a rookie, he's making a name for himself. But I didn't want to, overreact. We had Kyle Brandt. He does the angry runs. He gave Cam Scatabo the hard run scepter week 1 when he ran for like 4 yards on one run. So I didn't want to, welcome him a little early, but last night truly arrived. 3 rushing touchdowns, couldn't even stop the man. Great energy, great juice. So everybody give it up and everybody rise to their feet. A new running back has emerged in the league, baby. So, Giants, look, you got 4 years. Start saving that money because we're going to get this kid paid. You understand me? There's no Saquon 2.0 where, 10? Will you take 10? No. We're coming for 20 and really 25 a year. So, Cam, give me a call. We're going to get your contract right, and you're going to be the one to reset the entire running back market, baby. We stand with you. So, we break down the game from last night. Eagles don't win and they don't cover the spread. Oh, boy. And it should be a good week for these Eagles fans as everybody thinks the sky is falling on them, and it may. So, we go over that game today on the show. We make our picks, our 5 official Gush picks. I'm feeling good this week, folks. Feeling good. I do have an honorable mention. It's a good pick, but I'm just not loving the value. There's a hook on it, which is not making me gush. But I'll have 6 picks, 5 gush bets, and an honorable mention. So we got those today on the show as well. So let's start the dang thing, and we got to start at basketball. We've got one story, and I got to shout him out, folks. We got to shout this man out. Give it up for Erik Spoelstra, folks. Kind of the coaches, general managers polls have been kind of coming out, best defender, best perimeter defender. Wemby's been cleaning up a lot of awards. Watch out for the Spurs this year. But the NBA general managers voted on who's the best coach in the NBA, and Erik Spoelstra won by 52%, baby. You got 52% of the votes. Then it was Mark Daigneault from the OKC, second best at 34%. Then Tyronn Lue of the LA Clippers at 7%. A little interesting. Where's Steve Kerr? A lot of people falling off Steve Kerr. But that's not what this is about. This is about Erik Spoelstra, man. Man, oh, man, great coach in this league. And, we love to praise coaching in football because coaching, man, oh, man, you got to have a good coach in football. Basketball, you can kind of get away with it if you have, star players. But Erik Spoelstra, those Heat teams, they've gone to 2 NBA finals and nobody gives them really any credit for it. Always a solid team all around. He was working with breadcrumbs last year, and they were still a little competitive in the mix all season long. It's just a great honor here by Erik Spoelstra. He deserves it, a finals winning coach, and love seeing him get this recognition. And so much so that he is now the new USA basketball head coach, baby, replacing Steve Kerr. So we're going to see Erik Spoelstra coaching on the big stage during the Olympics and I think, the World Cup as well. So, great honor here by Erik Spoelstra. Truly deserves it. And just a great coach, folks. We gush over great coaches, and he's a great one out there. Great mentor, can lead men, can lead superstars, can get the best out of his players, and a great guy overall. So, shout out to Erik Spoelstra, folks. One more time. Give it up for him. Alrighty, and the East is wide open this year, Eric, all right? So make a run, make a little push. I know you don't got the biggest superstars on your team, and Tyler Hero, I think, is a little banged up, but let's see what you can do, baby, all right? All right, that's all the one story I want to talk about there in the NBA. Shout out to a great coach. But now let's shift gears to the NFL, and before we break down the game from last night, there are a few stories I want to touch upon, so let's get into those. And the first one, let's give it up, baby. Another round of applause. We're just clapping it up all morning today. Is Nick Wright. Nick Wright being right. Ba-dum-bum. Nick Wright does this thing every week. He calls it Mahomes Mountain, the quarterback pyramid tier list and all that. And we know he usually always has Patrick Mahomes number one. We know that. But this week, he finally woke up, finally maybe started to listen to Takes by Fans, the good old St. Nick. Because his number one quarterback in the league right now, folks, is no other than the biggest goddamn dog in the league. Baker Mayfield, the top of Nick Wright's Mahomes Mountain. And that's exactly right. We've got him as MVP frontrunner. We've got this Bucs team as number one team in the entire NFL, as everybody's losing to opponents they shouldn't be losing to. The Eagles losing to the Giants. The Bills going close with the Saints and then losing to the Patriots. We had the Cowboys and Packers tying. What? Baker Mayfield's winning these games. Oh, we're down? We need a game-winning drive? Check, please. I'll do it. And I'll do it again. And I'll do it again. And I'll do it again. I think he's got 3 or 4, maybe even 5 already, folks. Okay. So Baker Mayfield, give it up for him, folks. And I also have to shout out, did I pull this up? No. I also have to shout out, and I don't shout him out a lot, but shout out Dan Orlovsky, baby. Yeah, once again, getting it right. Because he unveils his top 5 MVP candidates, and he's got Baker Mayfield number one. So I absolutely love this. You know, it's a little overdue. This Baker love is overdue. I am late to the party, but so is a lot of other people. Better late than never, and never late is better. But Baker Mayfield, I'm trying to give you all the love you deserve. The national media needs to go overboard on Baker Mayfield just like they go overboard on everybody. Josh Allen, okay? Baker Mayfield deserves this respect. He deserves this recognition. He deserves all the awards. So let's stop trying to force and jam Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills into everything. Number one team, MVP frontrunner, greatest team of all time ever created, ever assembled. There's other teams outside those teams. And there's a lot of emerging teams, as we saw on my power rankings yesterday. Or 2 days ago, whenever I unveiled them. Did I post it here? Is it on Instagram? But we've got a lot of these young teams, these up-and-coming teams, getting it done while everybody is still stuck in the mud with the big-name teams. They've all missed their window. They've all missed their chance. It's done, folks. The Bills championship window is closed. I'm sorry. We saw that last week against the Patriots. The young dogs are getting good, and they're getting good a little quick. These young, hungry NFL coaches, these offensive minds becoming head coaches are starting to turn some of these bad teams around quickly. Shout out to Miko Ryans. He's not offensive minded, but he turned that team around quickly. Liam Cohen has Trevor Lawrence looking like the prospect everybody was gushing about. So yes, there's a new wave coming here in the NFL. Bucks, Rams isn't even a new wave, but shout out to them still getting it done. Colts, Daniel Jones, Texans at 4, Jags at 5, Washington at 6, Jaden Daniels, second year, no slump. Ooh, my knee's a little banged up, and I'm still slinging it around. The Vikings, Carson Wentz, solid game manager. The Niners, Mac Jones, he's back. The Lions, the Patriots, these are the best teams in the league. These, and I know the Ravens could be, but they gotta get their head out of their ass. They gotta do something, folks. It's too bizarre over there. So shout out to big time Baker Mayfield. Everybody coming around, rightfully so, on yes, it may be a little late, and Baker Mayfield even said it himself. We talked about it yesterday. When I came in, I was arrogant, I was cocky, but now I'm winning and I'm big dog. So he understands the game. And what I love about Baker Mayfield, once again, nobody's really talked about it. This man is barking at every game. I mean, we see it on social media. They're really not talking about it or highlighting it in the national media. They may ask like 1 or 2 questions about it at his locker, but they don't make it the big story. I mean, they're still talking about the tush push here, folks, on ESPN. I mean, it's enough. I mean, we are going to talk to tush push a little bit today, but it's for a different reason. So shout out to Baker Mayfield. He deserves all this respect, all this recognition. And once again, we got to move on. We got to move on and give praise to these young dogs getting it done. And this is the true week. We are going to find out. Are you big dog or are you a little pretender? We got the first 4 weeks down. We're starting to move into kind of the second phase of the NFL season. NFL teams kind of, split up the NFL schedule, in 4-game quarters. So now we're into that next step. So if we're good for this week and next week, I mean, that's really going to solidify what teams are good. But let me get to this. Once again, we were going over lists yesterday on the show. Ralph Facciano for Fox Sports, NFL writer. And he had his Week 6 power rankings. And look at these, folks. He had the Eagles at number 2 heading into this week. At number 2, and you lose against the Giants, and you can't move the ball offensively. Why? Because they were defending Super Bowl champions? Every year is new. Did we not hear literally 2 weeks after the Super Bowl, every Eagles player was like, yeah, I'm kind of bored of this. Okay, now it's the new year. We're ready to get back to work. So why was everybody so heck bent on keeping the Eagles at 1, at 2, even with that loss last week? Again, now you got to drop them outside of the top 10. I do not care what you did last year. I don't. Nobody does. Trevor Lawrence doesn't even care he beat the Chiefs last week. It was Monday. The reporters were still asking the question. He was like, can you please stop? We're on to whatever they got this week. Seattle, I think, which they win. It's one of our picks. Bink. We got the Bills at number 4. Why? Why? Why are the Bills at number 4? They beat the Ravens. That's not a good team right now. They lost to the Patriots. They beat the Saints and the Dolphins and the Jets. That's a top 4 team. I know Spencer Rattler has thrown 2 touchdowns this season and everyone's gushing over him. But these are not good teams that the Bills have beaten. Folks, look at this abomination that's going around. Texans at 20? Texans at 20? Texans at 20th best team in the league? Are you out of your... Oh, I'm about to cuss big here. Are you out of your gourd? You're telling me the Cowboys are better than the Texans? The Broncos are better than the Texans? The Bears? The Bears are better than the Texans, who are facing top 5 teams every week and losing by 1 possession? I mean, it's just, this is criminal. Criminal here. I don't know how the Packers are still number 7 for the Packers. Once again, I don't understand why Jordan Love has some chokehold on the national media. What is Jordan Love's special ability? What is it? I have yet to see it. They're coming off the bye, so they better get it done, but I don't believe in them this week. So everybody just gets so bogged down by what was said last year, or, the big teams that, the media claims are the big teams. Those are the big teams that will always stick by that no matter what happens week in and week out. Shout out to Baker Mayfield, and he deserves to be top dog of the Mahomes Mountain. MVP frontrunner. Give it up for him one more time, folks. Baker Mayfield. And this is exactly why. We should never kind of always, all right, well, they were great last year. They're going to be great this year. Oh, they won the Super Bowl last year. They're going to win it again this year. Folks, they don't care anymore. Once you win the ring, you don't care anymore. We saw that clear as day with the Chiefs and Chris Jones. He's talked about it. We got it right here. He says it's a teaching point for him. All right, well, you better fucking learn your lesson, and I better see some big dog energy out of you this week. You got the Lions. I mean, that's going to be a tough opponent. You got Jared Goff slinging the ball around. You going to get after him? Or are you just going to wander around the field, look around, be like, oh, is he down? I thought he was down. That's why I gave up. Who was it yesterday in the Eagles-Giants game for the Eagles? Trying to tackle Cam Scatterbo at the goal line and gives one of the most pathetic efforts you'll ever see. Do I even have it up here? Where is it? I know I got it somewhere.
There it is.
I don't have the clip, but it's going around, and I think I'll find it eventually. But you get the point. So, once you reach the top of the mountain, everybody kind of, all right, well, I did that. Now I got no drive. I've won the championship. I was kind of the best. Chris Jones has been, touted as one of the best edge rusher or one of the best D tackles in the game, one of the best defensive linemen in the game. He's got multiple rings. He doesn't care anymore. You think I care about some regular season game? You think I care about Trevor Lawrence? No. So this is what we're on. We're on the hungry dogs. Screw the underdogs. We're on hungry dogs. Which players are going to go out there and fucking bark and start biting week in and week out? We saw that with the Giants last night. Cam Scatterbo, one of the biggest barkers in the league, and he's a rookie. We get Jackson Dart starting to bark as well. The new era is here. You gotta be hungry. You gotta want it. The Chiefs don't want it anymore. You think Travis Kelce wants it? He's got Taylor Swift at home. He doesn't care. Josh Allen. You think he cares anymore? He's got, what's her name? He's got the MVP. Everybody loves him. Chris Jones, get it done. I'm not even going to read the article. You say it's a teaching moment. Show me then. Show me. Actions speak louder than words. All right. We get Ja'Marr Chase at the podium here. And look, I don't want to spoil anything. I don't. But like I said, I think I like the points this week with the Bengals. 14, 2 touchdowns against the Packers. The only thing that's giving me a little tiptoe-ish is, Packers coming off a bye. I don't love that. But everything else I do like. I do like Joe Flacco going to the Bengals, and I think he will sling the ball around a little bit, and I think he can be an instant impact. He's a veteran. He can pick it up pretty quickly. And Ja'Marr Chase likes this move. I know it's kind of been a little knocked in the national media. I like the move overall. I think it's good for both sides, and it's keeping Ja'Marr Chase happy, which is a good thing here as you're kind of in the mix. The Bengals have 2 wins right now, folks, okay? Let's all keep that in mind. This is not a 1-0 win team, okay? They've got something here. Ja'Marr Chase at the podium.
Just a lot going on, but I, enjoying it. I appreciate organizations trying to make this work. So
look at that. When was the last time a Bengals player has said thank you to the organization? They always slapped the organization. They weren't paying these receivers. Joe Burrow had to get involved. The defense, they don't want to pay anybody. Trey Hendrickson had to hold out. Nobody's speaking highly of this Bengals front office and ownership. And Ja'Marr Chase didn't even want to say. He kind of said it really, really fast. I appreciate the organization trying to make this work. Yeah. Instead of just lying down, oh, well, Burrow's done. Let's mail in the rest of the season. Season's over. Not for everybody else on this team. Are you crazy? We just worked, 4 months in the offseason to get right, and we're going to throw it away because our quarterback went down and we still have 2 wins? No, figure it out. Front office, and let's get back to work. There's workable quarterbacks in this league. Just nobody knows what to look for because nobody can scout. All these people have high-paying scouting jobs in the NFL and can't even do their job. So, shout out to the Bengals. I think I like them this week. I think 14's a lot of points, and I think it's good. And once again, I'm not sold on the Packers. So watch out for the Bengals this week, folks. All right, and the final thing before we start talking the game and then getting into our picks. What the fuck is up with this, dude? Why is every team trying to get rid of their best player? It makes no sense to me. Rashid Shaheed is the only person that's making Spencer Rattler look good out there. And Spencer Rattler is looking okay? But these 50-yard bombs, these touchdowns, all come from Rashid Shaheed. And we get breaking news yesterday. Rashid Shaheed will likely be traded before the deadline? Why? Are the Saints trying to win or not? I'm hearing Alvin Kamara is potentially being shipped. The Chargers should be reaching out to that. Rashid Shaheed, I mean, do you want to be good or not? I'm truly confused what we're trying to do here in the NFL. You're just coming off of a win, the first win. You're looking to build momentum. And the story this week is that Rashid Shaheed will probably be moved? For what? So what are you going to get out of Rashid Shaheed? Because I'm going to tell you, it's not a first-round pick. You're not. He probably should be a first-round pick. Big shout out to Rashid Shaheed. Big speedster. He can take the top off the defense, and he's got reliable, good hands. But what are you going to get, a second-round pick, a third-round pick swap? Like, what are you going to get for him? Are you trying to win or not? He's your best offensive player by a mile. Shout out to Alvin Kamara. But they're not the only team doing it, folks. We get this. Kansas City Chiefs, Green Bay Packers, Los Angeles Chargers, and the Steelers have all been named as potential landing spots for Devon Achane. Well, who's saying he's up for sale anyway? Who cares if they're naming themselves? He's not for sale. He's not for trade. If we get rid of Devon Achane, so the visor's done, folks. I'm done with the Fins fan. This is basically our best offensive player. Mike McDaniel, are you out of your mind? You're relying on this man on 4th and 10 on a screen pass to score, 3rd and 10 from the 10-yard line, and you run kind of an up and out to the corner, one-on-one, throw it up to him? This is our only receiver that can really catch and go high point the ball, besides Darren Waller. And then we talked about this all offseason long. We heard the rumors all offseason long that Breece Hall was trying to get moved and that he's probably not going to be a Jet for the whole season. And once again, those rumors are once again swirling around this week. Breece Hall could be moved at the trade deadline rumor. Why are all these teams getting rid of their best players? And they're not going to get anything good in return for them. They're not. These are kind of blue chip players, in my opinion. And nobody's really going to put blue chip value to them because they're on bad teams and they know they're desperate. So, bad teams do dumb things that keep them bad, folks. Do not trade Rashid Shaheed, Saints. Do not. Do not. It's like last year with the Dolphins. It's like, oh, Jonnu Smith was good. Tua was comfortable with the tight end. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Oh, Spencer Rattler's having good success with Rashid Shaheed. Good safety blanket for that big cannon arm. Get rid of him. What are we doing? What are we doing? All right. Those are all the stories I just wanted to touch upon. Do not get rid of Shaheed, folks. Do not, Saints. All right. Those are all the stories we needed to go over. So now let's switch to the game from last night. Talk about the stats, talk about the game. There's a lot of narratives we got to talk about for this game, so let's get into it. Last night, Thursday Night Football, the kickoff week 6 in the NFL. Eagles at Giants, and the Giants blow them out 34-17, and it kind of wasn't close. Kind of wasn't close all game. Eagles couldn't score in the second half. They could barely move the ball in the second half. Turnovers in the second half. While the Giants were looking like a well-oiled machine. And this is exactly what I thought the Giants would look like. This is what I wanted them to look like when I was kind of gushing about them in the offseason. Then I saw them, week 1, 2, and 3 with Russell Wilson. I was like, oh, this is the same old Giants. We're kind of out. But this is the team, the swagger, the excitement, the defense getting after it, baby. The front of this Giants defense is finally coming alive. Still, once again, the back end of the defense, a little questionable, but getting after the quarterback, they were doing it last night for the Giants. So there's something here. I think we're going to start to flip on the good side of the Giants. Brian Daboll finally has found his quarterback that's going to fit his system. And it was glaring yesterday. It was glaring. Let's start with that. Let's start with Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll and his quarterback, folks. I mean, gosh dang, have we ever seen Brian Daboll look at anybody like this? He's had Daniel Jones, who, physically is the quarterback he wanted. Big, tall, could run, but a little softer spoken, maybe not as fast when he was young, kind of mentally processing the plays. Russell Wilson, I mean, he's unfixable. This man is kind of we know what Russell Wilson is. He's not he's not looking to make a name for himself. He's not like hungry young Russ we saw in Seattle. He's kind of became, I don't know. I mean, this man's head is so big. This man's head is so big, I don't even know. So Russell Wilson was never kind of the quarterback Brian Daboll wanted. Definitely not in stature. He's not that big, tall, strong quarterback. He could still move, but he is aging out there, and he's not coachable. I think I can say that at minimum. Russell Wilson isn't coachable right now in his career. So Jackson Dart, finally, the quarterback Brian Daboll wanted, he got, and he stayed healthy finally. Big, tall, cerebral Jackson Dart barked to his bite. He's got that swag to him. Him and Cam Scatterbo got that swag to him. They bring the energy to this team, something that they were desperately craving. And it's all starting to work out. So Brian Daboll saving his buns from the hot seat. We like that. I was calling for him to get fired. But once again, hey, he found his guy. He's making it work. Look at this look in his eye, folks. Does Brian Daboll have a wife? Because if he does, I'm getting a little jealous. He doesn't even look at me like that. He hasn't looked at me like that since our honeymoon. Big love here Brian Daboll has for Jackson Dart. It's glaring. Look at that. Look at that. And I feel like this is, when I saw this live, when I was watching this game and I saw it live, I was, what were they saying to each other? And what I came up with was Brian Daboll was kind of like whispering, hey, are you really banged up? Are you really hurt? Was that a real concussion? And I think Jackson Dart, we see him kind of nodding. We don't see any of these people's mouths, but we see him nodding and be like, kind of like, yes. And Brian Daboll slaps him up, kind of salutes him, slaps him up, gives him a tap on the head. Be like, you fucking dog. I knew it. You're a fucking warrior. I love it. Maybe that wasn't what was said, but that's what I read into it as. So shout out to the Giants, shout out to this offense, shout out to Brian Daboll for saving his job for, I would say, the rest of the season. No reason to fire him mid-season. There's really no reason to ever fire a coach mid-season. Stop of the, well, I'm trying to get a jump start on our coaching search and all that. You're wasting time. It never works. Show me one proof of that really ever working. So no reason to fire any coaches during the season. Brian Daboll's going to be good. This offense is going to be workable for the rest of the year. And they've got that energy, that swag to them. All right. I got a little out of order on the stories I wanted to talk about. But let's go back to this. Let's shout out to Giants. We're going to get back to them. But let's go in order here. I got the tush push up first. Let's talk about this tush push. Can we all just stop making it such a big deal? Honestly. Okay, it's a play. Is it the most mind-blowing television you'll see? No. But does everything need to be the biggest spectacle? Does everything need to be so engaging and stimulating 24/7? Do we need Hail Mary passes on every single play in the NFL? No. We could take the game for what it is. We could watch this play a few times for one team once a week. We don't need to make it the big statement we know it's coming. Why do we make it such a big, why are we surprised? Why are we so surprised and outraged when they bring it out? We know it's coming. We know they're going to go offsides. We know they're not going to throw the flag. They lost. They lost the game. Go ahead. Keep tush pushing. Jalen Hurts is missing wide open Devontae Smith because he's rusty because he keeps tush pushing. We get Micah Parsons speaking out. This is not football. Trash emoji. Trash emoji. It is kind of football, actually. Once again, everybody that's saying that this is not football, this is kind of football. Team versus team, head versus head, beef versus beef, might versus might. Who wants it more? Who wants it more? You need an inch. You need a yard. Who wants it more, huh? This is football. Oklahoma drills. Anybody ever play football? Anybody ever show up to practice? God forbid we practice anymore. But Oklahoma drills, one-on-one, both on your back. Get up and hit the hole. Hit the hole, son. You're going to get ran over or you're going to run somebody over. You choose. Whistle up. Get on your backs. Let's go. That's football. So what are we talking about? And then we get Ninja. I mean, literally, everybody chimes in. Everybody chimes in when the tush push comes out. Is it that big of a... I know engagement is taking over. Engagement, influencers everywhere. It's enough. Ninja, the pro Fortnite player, streamer. Shout out to him. But even he gets on Twitter. 4 tush pushes in a row and the Giants defender's down. Electric gameplay right now. Once again, does everything need to be the Hail Mary every single play? I like watching it. Like I said, is it the most entertaining? No. But it's still fun to watch. Watching the Giants not be able to stop it. These grown men doing everything in their power to stop it and still can't. I don't mind seeing it. They don't run it every play. It's not, 99 yards. They ran it about 3-4 yards out and ran 3 straight and got the touchdown. But once again, then nut up. Nut up and find a way to stop it. Once again, it didn't even result into a win. I just don't think we need to make it the biggest story of the fucking decade every time it comes out. Yes, it is a football play. It is actually football. And only one team does it when they get close to a first down. They run it a few times a game. I don't see the big deal. And I'm a little over everybody getting so outraged. Outraged every time it happens. Tush push! It's enough. It's enough. It happens. Get over it. And if you want to stop the tush push so bad, get this man out of retirement. Hey, Troy Polamalu, come be the savior of the NFL. Come out of retirement. Because this man is jumping over every line of scrimmage, timing every snap perfectly. You're not getting any sort of tush push with this man on the field. He's coming over that top and coming for that ass. So, Troy Polamalu, get that head and shoulders ready and make a return to the league, baby. Enough. I'm not talking about the tush push anymore. That will be the last time we ever bring it up on the show. It's enough. Alrighty. Now let's get back to the game, okay? No more tush push. No more. Don't want to hear it. All right. Nah, we talked about the gush that Brian Dable had for Jackson Dart. And man, oh man, dude, the game too funny last night. Jackson Dart takes a little shot to the side of the head, and then he took another shot to kind of the back top of the head coming down. He has to exit concussion protocol. He was down for a while. I really thought he was going to have a concussion. Goes to the sideline. Russell Wilson has to come in for one play. And look. I'm trying to truly go. I've watched this too many times, and I'm still trying to go frame by frame to give Russell Wilson the benefit of the doubt that this ball was batted down or tipped or hit somebody's helmet or something, because this cannot be the true throw right here. It's so bad. Everybody started to boo him. Russell Wilson heard it and was look at this fan. Look at this fan. Oh my gosh, boo. Bewildered that he threw that ball so trashly. And then the ball was thrown so bad, we had Brian Dable screaming at the medical officials like, dude, is this guy good? He's good. Is he coming back out? Like, this is my legacy on the line right here. And Russell Wilson is shit. He's going to get me fired. You get this guy out of the tent now. Brian Dable even went into the tent himself. Hey, you good? You coming back out here, big dog? Where's my big dog at? Let me hear from my big dog. Where you at? So, Brian Dable, a little excessive on the sideline, but he did apologize after the game. He said, quote, I apologize directly to our team physician. I just wanted his ass out there if he was okay. I'm like, is he going to be good or not? I'm going to call a timeout on 4th down and go for this son of a bitch. So I can understand why, he was so frantic. Hey, I'll take the timeout. If you just need a few more seconds, that's fine. But just tell me, I need to know. I got to call the timeout. I can't have Russell Wilson go back in this fucking game. He's going to get me fired, I swear. I'm gone after this game if I lose. Jackson, are you okay? So that was great. That was very, very funny to see. I'm not going to lie. Brian Dable looking like a maniac on the sideline, just trying to get some information. But I do want to go back to this play quickly. The Russell Wilson. Let me give it one more slow frame by frame. Is this ball tipped at some sort? It's a low snap. I feel like it does. Now, either way, if this ball does not get tipped, I don't know who he's throwing to. But I think it gets hit some way. You can't even really make it out, but nobody's giving Russell Wilson the benefit of the doubt. I don't think anybody's kind of even thought that maybe it's gotten tipped. They never said anything on the broadcast. Everybody's eating him alive. I tried, Russell. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt, but there is no clear frame of this ball getting tipped. Man, oh man, Russell Wilson's going out big sad, and it's unfortunate. I won't fake. I don't want to see that. Conversations all over the national media. Is this man a Hall of Famer? And I don't even know at the current moment. I may say no right now. And it's so unfortunate. Super Bowl champion, folks, if you were around and like paying attention to narratives and what they were saying about Russell Wilson when, he was in Seattle in his prime after that Super Bowl, he was on track for GOAT argument, honestly, if he kept everything up on the trajectory he was on. He obviously did not. But that was kind of the story around Russell Wilson. So we'll see what he does for the rest of his career, but it's not in New York anymore, I'll tell you that. So that clear as day. Fans don't want him. Dable doesn't want him. Dable was about to fight the medical team. He was about to go fisticuffs with the medical team to get Jackson Dart back out on that field. Alrighty, more from Jackson Dart here, though. You got to be careful. Got to be careful. I mean, we get Jackson Dart. This was pre-injury. Him, like, torpedoing himself head first, diving for the pylon on the sideline, going helmet to helmet. I mean, got to be careful out there, Jackson, all right? I know you're young, you're eager, you're mobile, you're big dog. I love it. But, I mean, this is irresponsible. This is bad. So clean that up. Clean it up a little bit. Can't be going flying head first, especially in today's league. Also, maybe just tone it down a little bit, because I was actually surprised Jackson Dart did not get flagged for this after a Cam Scatabo touchdown that took the refs literally like 20 minutes to call touchdown when it was so apparent he got it on like the first try. Have we noticed that as well, folks? Like, refs are waiting like 30 seconds, even when it's clear as day, when people cross the goal line to signal touchdown. I don't know what that is about, but I don't love it. But I digress. So, the ref signals, hey, no, actually, he didn't get the touchdown. He's short at the 1 yard line. It was a touchdown at the end of the day. But Jackson Dart is like, hey, come on. Are you crazy? Are you serious? And actually gives a high five. He sees the ref holding up his hand, and then he kind of playfully gives him high five. So, once again, I know you've got swag and all this, and I know you're just kind of being Smurfy out there, but let's not get bonehead penalties, cost us 15 yards and all that, all right? But overall, I'm not knocking. Let me be clear. This is not me knocking Jackson Dart. It's just some observations that I saw a young quarterback make last night. And we see literally every young quarterback has torpedoed helmet first into somebody. Everybody's done it. So just clean it up. We move on. And the Giants fans, y'all gotta be so ecstatic right now, because y'all got it. Y'all have it right now. The defensive front is acting like they should on paper. This offense is finally clicking now that all the pieces Brian Daboll wants are going good. And Cam Scatabo is the real deal, baby. And on top of all that, what do we need? What do we need, folks? We need a little excitement. We need a little energy. We need a little juice from our players on the sideline during the games when we're up, and kind of bring us up when we're down. And Jackson Dart and Cam Scatabo both do that 1,000%. You got two big dog, I don't want to call them cheerleaders, but energy getters. Hey, let's get our team back in this, baby. We're here to have fun. We're here to play football. We're winning. Let's fucking act like it, yes? So Cam Scatabo, Jackson Dart, the great connection they have. They go and like rub foreheads after the game, like it's just a great camaraderie, great teamsmanship right here. Nobody feels like they're walking on eggshells or needles like the Eagles. You look at their sideline anytime. Up, down, in the game, playoffs, regular season, Super Bowl. They just won. It doesn't matter. Everybody is so stoic, so like waiting for something to go wrong so they can get mad and maybe point some fingers. Nobody wants to do anything wrong because, everyone's going to get blamed for it. You don't got that with the Giants. It's energy. It's juice. It's fucking Jameis Winston still getting involved. Jameis Winston. Where's my clip of that? Jameis Winston after the game. Even during the game, he was going at it all game long. This is the energy a team needs to feel comfortable, everybody, to bring out the best. They've got it over here. They got it. You got to get rid of Russell Wilson. He doesn't fit the culture right now. He doesn't. So, they're all playing great. They're all saying the right things. Jackson Dart at the podium after the game. Oh, I wanted to give him a big smooch. I love this. Jackson Dart, on what irks him about the narratives around the Giants, says, quote, At times, there's some negativity that's surrounding here. For some of the new guys coming in here, we just got here, so we don't feel like we're involved in the past. We've got a lot of winners on this team, and I love this quote. We know the New York media, they cannibalize their own teams. They do it every single year. Jets, Giants, Mets, Yankees. It's never good enough for their own media. So Jackson Dart knows that. He's like, hey, fuck everything that happened in the past. I'm here now, and we're winning now. So you can take all those other bad stories and how we were trash and been trash forever. You can go and stuff those in a sack. Because Dart's here, baby. Love that. We get Cam Scatabo after the game. Says, this whole thing was kind of built, Barkley, Scatabo a little bit. And Scatabo's like, no. Like, shout out to Saquon Barkley, but this was Giants-Eagles.
He meant a lot to this franchise and did great things last year. This is your first game. You don't play against him, but on the same field. You outgained him. Your team won.
Props to him. He's a great player. No disrespect at all. It was a Eagles versus Giants tonight. It wasn't a Scat versus Saquon. It was Eagles versus Giants, and that's how it's going to stay because that two different football teams. So props to him. He's a great player. We all know that. We know he's one of the best in the league. And we ended up winning tonight, so that's what matters.
Love that. This man had 3 touchdowns. Man had 3 rushing touchdowns. Outplayed the Super Bowl champion running back from the other squad, and he could have bragged. He could have been like, damn, I beat the Madden cover athlete. I outperformed the Madden cover athlete, baby. But no. This is Eagles-Giants. We won. That's what I care about. Jackson Dart played good. That's all I care about. Our team played good. That's all I care about. Did I really have 3 touchdowns? Damn, I don't even remember. So you got to feel good if you're a Giants fan, folks. These players, the energy in the building, it's all turned around. And I got to shout out Brian Dable. Once again, I was calling for his job early in the season. I was. Even after that Saints game. But now we got to keep the trajectory up. I don't want this to be, up and down every week, okay? You beat a good team, you lose to a shit team. You beat the good team again, you lose to a shit. I don't want to see that. Let's keep it up, all right? And then let me gush about Jackson Dart one more time here. This is a great play. A rookie young quarterback here, folks. What a this is great. Here it is. So, 2nd and 9. They're down 17-13. This is 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Jackson Dart, folks.
On a 2nd down and 9.
Utilizes the hard count. Gets the defenders to kind of show their hand a little bit. He does the hard count. This linebacker caves in a little bit, shifts in, showing he's going to blitz. The 2 linebackers in the middle of the field approach the line. They're blitzing. That was great by him. Fake count. See the defense a little bit. And then when he's going into his play call, getting ready to snap the ball, even more defenders show their hands. The safeties start coming down. So he knows pressure's going to come. He knows he has to get the ball out of his hands quickly. And who does he go to? The check down route immediately. Positive yards on 2nd and 9. Wasn't looking for the home run ball. Actually acknowledged what the defense was going to do. Dissected it. Actually helped to dissect it with his play calling, his hard count.
Down to 9.
And he delivers the ball to the out route, 5 yards.
Extra pressure. Gets it away. Caught.
It makes it 3rd and very manageable. So this is great to see by a young quarterback. What is this, his 3rd start? This is great to see. The Giants offense, folks, watch out for it. Watch out. And let me gush one more time. One more gush on Cam Scatabo here.
Look at it. He's going. There it is.
We see him trying to score the ball. We see him 3 times. We see him. He's got the ball in one hand. Now, we don't love that. We got to, definitely protect the ball. But he's protecting it, baby. One hand, and he's got a death grip on it. This guy's trying to bring him down. We got people coming in, hitting his hand, Doesn't even drop the ball. Ball doesn't even flinch at all. Still in one hand. They still don't call a touchdown, so he's still going at it. Still has it in one hand. Here comes Adoree Jackson kind of finally popping it out after, the fifth attempt, after he's already scored the touchdown about 4 times. So, big, strong running back. We like that. Covered up a little bit, and Brian Daboll got on him on the sideline a little bit. But just real powerful. What a powerful back right here. Derrick Henry would have fumbled on the first time here, okay? All right, I think that's all the praise I've got for the Giants. Watch out, Bills Mafia. All right, there's another kind of blue-collar team out there that people are going to flock towards. We had Ryan Fitzpatrick tear his shirt off with Cam Scatabo after the game, and he tweets out this: "I made a promise this morning that shirt wouldn't come off unless I was in Buffalo." Easy exception for Scatabo. So, Josh Allen, I hope you enjoyed that limelight. Your time is over. Jackson Dart, Cam Scatabo, the new dogs in town, okay? All right, you got your MVP, though, Josh. You got a new stadium coming, all right? 15 minutes of fame is up. All right. And then Jalen Hurts, just quickly to close it out here. Jalen Hurts, Eagles lose, so we get a mental gymnastic quote from Jalen Hurts. A Yoda quote by Jalen Hurts. A wise competitor approaches them all the same. Jalen Hurts on if his mentality is different after wins and losses. All the same, a wise competitor approaches them. That's how Jalen Hurts should start all of his press conferences, speaking like Yoda. All the same, a wise competitor approaches them. Say it backwards, Jalen. But maybe enough quotes and start, because this is what's so crazy to me. I know Madden is so much different than real football. I get it, folks. Settle down. But when I'm playing Madden, okay, and I see what the defense is giving me, I start to gush. I'm like, okay, this is my first read. And the fact that Jalen Hurts was not gushing when he saw the lineup on this play, it's a little concerning. This is the play where he ends up throwing the interception, the pick six. Did it go all the way? I think it went all the way. But right before the snap, I am gushing. I am gushing right here. The motion man shows it's going to be one-on-one coverage with A.J. Brown, and there's no safety in his zone. I'm gushing if I'm Jalen Hurts right now. This is going to be my first look. Ball is snapped. You should be looking and staring down A.J. Brown right now. And after 3 steps, I'm flinging this ball. He's winning inside position. This is so smart. This is so smart by A.J. Brown. Instantly attacks that inside leverage from the defender. We know there's no safety. The safety's playing the left side of the field. There's no safety middle and right side. You can fire this ball to A.J. Brown so easily for a touchdown. But instead, you take an out route on the short end of the field, and you don't even put it all the way towards the sideline so it can get jumped, which it does. And I think it goes for 6. But this is what I mean. We see it with Tua. We see it with Jalen Hurts. I mean, what are we not reading? What are we not comprehending from defenses? Do we not know how to read defenses? Honestly, can we be real? Do you need help reading a defense? Because the coaches can help you. I also can help you. I'm about to start teaching a Madden course on how to read defenses. What you should be looking for. What your first read should be. Fuck what the design of the play is meant for. What is the defense showing you? And the defense was showing me I could hit A.J. Brown right down the seam for a touchdown. Wasn't even looking at A.J. Brown. Immediately, his eyes went to the left side of the field for no reason. The corner's playing shallow for your out route. You can't throw it. You've got a tight end, But you've also got a linebacker right here, and you got the safety on his side. Why are you even looking towards the left side of the field? So then we also had him missing a wide open Devontae Smith.
Moments where they have
This is not great by
this is one of those
Jalen Hurts. We don't really see him miss this. We've seen him miss this ball this year, but we really don't see him miss this ball like this. This is alarming. So we get A.J. Brown saying, I wasn't at that meeting that was reported with me, Saquon, and Jalen Hurts. I wasn't in that. So once again, A.J. Brown not being a great teammate, team player, making the fires worse. And the last thing before we close out this game, once again, just no effort given. Adoree Jackson, Cam Scatterbo trying to score from the 2-yard line. Adoree Jackson, wide open in the hole, just gives a lazy little shoulder. Cam Scatterbo's going to eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner like he did. So Chris Jones, Adoree Jackson, Super Bowl champions, they don't care anymore. I'm over it. I'm on the hungry dogs. Cam Scatterbo, Giants. They showed it last night. This is a hungry dog team. They give it all every play. They want to win. They want to be great. So that was the game last night, folks. Giants win in convincing fashion, 34-17. And this Eagles team, no identity in offense. Everybody's pointing fingers. You better get Big Dom. Big Dom got to start taking control of this team because they're going to cannibalize and eat each other. All right. That was all we had to go over for today. We covered the game. We covered the stories. But now it's time for the best time of the show. The best time of the show. How we can all cash in this NFL weekend, baby, because I've got my 5 gush picks for this week, and I actually have 6. I have an honorable mention. So let's get into it. My 5 picks for this week, and we start with number 6, the honorable mention. Broncos minus 7.5, and why this isn't an official gush pick or a numbered gush pick is because of the hook. If this was 6.5, it's a gush pick. If it's 7, I'm not going to gush on a push, but we buy it down. But I don't want the hook here. But I do like the Broncos in London. I don't want to see this Jets team traveling to another country with Aaron Glenn as their head coach. I don't think that's going to work out. Sean Payton, a good coach. He's going to have everybody right to play, everybody on the right schedule. Bo Nix is a solid game managing quarterback in this Broncos defense. That's the wagon here. And they're going to eat this Jets offense alive. I can see a 7-point win here. I think Justin Fields looks okay in this game. I could see him throwing the ball okay, but kind of in garbage time situations like he did last week. Like the Cowboys absolutely blew him out, but the game was a little bit closer at the end of the game. But the game wasn't close at all. That's kind of what I'm expecting here. So I'm going to take Broncos minus 7.5, honorable mention. I would really suggest to buy it down to 6.5 because I think they win by 7 here. Maybe a backdoor cover by the Jets. But I like the Broncos overall. They should dominate this game. All righty. That was the honorable mention. But now let's get into the gush. Let's start gushing here, folks. Yes? So here we go. My number 5 gush. Little gush to start us off here is the Bengals plus 14. I liked a lot of those points. Points, 14 points, 2 touchdowns. I think I'm going to take it. Look, Packers coming off of a bye. That's the only knock here. Don't like that. But what have the Packers shown? I'm not scared of this offense. I'm not scared of the defense. You get 2 weeks to prepare, but you were preparing for Jake Browning. You weren't preparing for our secret weapon, Joe Flacco, baby. And Joe Flacco, he's going to come in and sling the ball around. That's what's going to happen. And that's all we need him to do. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, they're going to take care of the ball. They're going to take care of business. I'm going to take the plus 14. I don't think the Packers blow out this team. Bengals, their defense have shown a little something. I think they keep it closer than what people are expecting. I'm gushing about the Bengals plus 14 points. Alrighty, my number 4 gush is... Sorry, folks, not sorry. Dolphins plus 4.5. Look, we beat Herbert. Tua beats Herbert. It's 2-1 on the record, all right? It's about to be 3-1. And we always go into his stadium and start putting our feet on the couch. We went on the road. It's finally in Miami. Herbert, you're going to get a little sun out there, all right? It's going to be a little hot. Hopefully you can prepare for it, all right? Now, look, am I saying the Dolphins are going to win this game? Yes, but at worst case scenario, we get 4.5 points, all right? They lost by 3 against the Panthers last week. Maybe we lose by 3 at worst case scenario here, and we get plus 4.5 points. This Chargers team is banged up. The running backs are all gone. Justin Herbert's running for his life, and our defensive front is starting to fill out, folks, just like we saw by the Giants. Do not take what you saw weeks 1, 2, and 3. Really not even week 4, but take a little bit of week 4. What did you do week 5? What did you do kind of week 4? That's what you are. That is what you are. And the Chargers over the last few weeks have shown vulnerabilities. This Dolphins team, our offense has kind of gotten it together a little bit. Darren Waller is playing out of his mind, out of his gourd. And Tua's not the reason, even though everybody likes to point their little grubby fingers at him, Tua's not the reason why they're losing these games, all right? Give me the plus 4.5 in Miami. Must-win game for us. Plus 4.5, I think it's great value. Alrighty, my number 3 gush of the week here, folks, is the Jags plus 1.5 here. Look, you can keep your Sam Darnold, okay? I know everybody in the national media is heating him up, but what do we know about Sam Darnold? He cannot clutch it up at the end. We've seen it twice so far this season. We saw it last year, and we are going to continue to see it for the rest of his career because that is what he is. Solid overall game manager, but when the game's on the line, he's going to make a mistake. Interception last week. Fumbled week 1 or 2 against the Niners. So worst comes to worst here. Seahawks are in the game, but it's close because Sam Darnold's going to beef at some point. Where the Jaguars, we show that they are the opposite of beef. Oh my God, Trevor Lawrence is down. He slipped, he tripped the offensive line on his foot. Whoop. Well, let me just skirt around and zip around for a touchdown then. No big deal. No reason to panic. Jags coming off just beating the Chiefs, and, the Chiefs are great in Vegas' eyes. Chiefs are minus 2.5 here at home. But the Jags just beat them, and now they're plus 1.5 at home? So make it make sense, Vegas. I'll make it make sense for you. Liam Cohen, the real deal. Trevor Lawrence, the real deal. BTJ, Travis Etienne, and man, oh man, their secret weapon, Mr. Offense and Defense, Travis Hunter. He was playing great defense last week. He'll keep it up here. Seahawks on the road. I'm not buying it. Give me the Jags at home plus 1.5. Absolutely love it. Liam Cohen continues this great rookie season of his. Alrighty. My number 1 and number 2, folks, I had such a hard time differentiating because I love these so much. I love them both. I'm gushing. So, my kind of 1B, 1A. My 1B gush of the week is Cowboys minus 3. Oh, got a little deep there. Cowboys minus 3. I think everybody is gushing about the Panthers. I think everybody publicly saw their win last week. They're energized about them. They're excited about them. Cowboys, bad defense. Jerry Jones giving the bird. But I think this Cowboys offense is going to rout the Panthers defensively, and I don't believe in Bryce Young. He had it, dude, go back and look at that first half by Bryce Young. It's comically bad. But our defense was literally, excuse me, folks, was literally handing away the game last week. Loving the Cowboys here. I think they rout them. I don't think it's close. I'd swallow 3, and I would even tease it up to -9.5. I'm gushing about the boys this week, folks. This offense, nobody can stop them. This is cream of the crop offense here. People say Dak should be MVP. You get that with Bryce Young? Not even close. Cowboys -3. Absolutely love it. And my number 1A gush play of the week here, folks, is Patriots -3.5. Once again, Spencer Rattler, the greatest quarterback to ever come out of college, folks. Everybody's eating it up because he threw one Hail Mary to Rashid Shaheed. They beat the Giants last week. Okay, all right. This Patriots defense, it's good. Drake May is playing above average game managing football, and I'm not ready to believe in this Saints offense just quite yet. Spencer Rattler's throwing like 1 touchdown a game, if that. Everything else is stalling in the red zone, if it gets that far. Patriots are making a move here, folks. -3.5. I'll swallow that hook. Don't mind it. Defense is going to get it done in Drake May, Stephon Diggs. They had their coming out party last week, and I don't see it slowing down. Give me the Patriots -3.5 here, folks. Absolutely love it. All right, so to recap my official gush plays of the week, we've got the honorable mention of Broncos -7.5. Tease it down. Buy it down to 6.5 here, folks. You're not going to lose value. What are we going to get? Like -140, -135. That would be fine. -137. That's fine, folks. It's not bad. All right, that's the honorable mention. Buy it down. Number 5 pick is Bengals +14. I think Joe Flacco's fine, folks. He's a gunslinger. He'll turn the ball over, but that's fine. This Packers defense may not even be good. We don't even know. What's the secondary like? Weren't they having, during, training camps, weren't they having, offensive players play corner because they were so short at it? They let the Cowboys drop 40 on them, folks. All right, so Bengals +14, Dolphins +4.5, Jags +1.5, Cowboys -3, and Patriots -3.5. All righty, folks, that is going to do it for us today. I truly appreciate everybody watching, listening, tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow to break down everything. We'll go into a little college tomorrow as well before that entire slate kicks off. So get a great rest of your Friday. Weekends here. Let me hear it. Give it up. So get a great rest of your Friday, and we will see you Saturday, baby, where the we got a little college football on today. No, I know we got a solid slate. We got anything good? I mean, let me see quick. Let me take a peek. North Texas -2.5. Ooh, I like that. North Texas -2.5. Oh, a little jumping out at me real quick. Colorado State +6.5. I'd stay away from Colorado State. Washington -10.5 against Rutgers. Washington getting a little exposed the last few weeks. Probably fine taking that, but I stay away. I think I like North Texas a lot here, folks. I'll tell you. And also, just a little nugget, little tidbit. If a ranked team is getting points, you know something's a little fishy. That's all I'll say. So we got a little college football on today. The full slate tomorrow. So we'll come at you tomorrow with some of our better plays before the games kick off. We'll be on at 11 a.m. Eastern. Alrighty, folks. Get a great rest of your Friday weekends here. Hopefully your teams win this weekend. We'll still see you Saturday and Sunday. But appreciate y'all, and we'll